Okay, I'm back into looking for kick scooters again. I wasn't planning on this, but I actually got into it because I saw one at a local thrift store and it was only about $3. And I was like, you know what? I can't skip it. Well, it ended up being the Razor A kick scooter and it's for kids, but I do fit on it. And I was really impressed with it, actually. I've only been on it one time. And I mean, it is small. Like, you could see, like, the kid here, like, his hands are out in front of him, but my hands are, like, straight down. Like, I'm reaching all the way down almost. So, yeah, I'm a little too tall for it, but, hey, I mean, I could fit on it. And where's the weight limit? I think it says on the little picture right here, it says, yeah, 143 pounds. It says it on the right of that picture there. I'm around 150, so I'm going to call that okay. Like, I don't do anything crazy on it. I'm not jumping off of curbs or anything like that. Now, with my last scooter, I was doing things like that, but it had a really high deck. Right here is not the exact one I bought, but it looks pretty much exactly like it. You can see the deck. I mean, these are 8-inch wheels. I wish I could, like, not get this to zoom in every time I put my mouse over. Okay, here we go. So yeah, these are 8-inch wheels, and like the deck you can see is aligned with the middle of the wheel, which means at least 4 inches tall, right? But that's the middle of the deck if you really think about it. So here's another picture. If you look at the bolt, that's in the exact center of the wheel, or somewhere around there. I would assume the exact center, but the actual deck where you're standing is even a little bit higher than that. So, yeah, this deck is like over 4 inches high. So this was a scooter I had on my previous videos where I was being exhausted and not exactly liking it, but not liking it because it was so hard to use. So yeah, when I got this one from the thrift store, it's like my foot that I'm using to kick off the ground can actually touch the ground without me bending over, and like effortlessly kind of like glide along and like just kind of lightly push. I don't know what kind of term you'd say for that, but with this one, my leg, I could dangle my leg and point my foot down and it would never touch the ground, like no matter what. I was like, it was so high up. So I'll show you some pictures that I took of it. I have the blue one, I'm assuming by the color of the grips, and I thought it was black at first. I thought it was actually a black one up until I really kind of cleaned it a little bit, but I didn't clean it too great, but but apparently I have the blue one, and apparently it's for ages 5 and up. Anyway, for around $3, I was like, no, I gotta get this thing. And when I look on the website, like on Amazon, I swear this price has changed like 5 times. Every time I go on, it's different. Right now it's $29.99. Maybe standard. Okay. See, it was like $39.99 last time I looked. Oh, maybe it's the color. Let me see. I hate when they don't show the price. I mean, they do show it down here, but it's not the same. It makes you think it's used. It's like combined used and new and all that. I just kind of hate that. Okay, like this one, 49. Are you kidding me? $49.99. Just to have like clear wheels? Wait, what is it in the frustration free? Oh, it doesn't have frustration free, does it? Oh my gosh, these prices are weird. And this picture keeps popping up. So I'm gonna try the kick scooter a little bit more, but I've been doing a little bit more research. And okay, this isn't the one, but I was looking at it. I guess this is the same kind. If you look at if you look at both of them, they look the exact same actually. But this one, the A4 can support riders up to, I think it's 220 pounds. Yeah, max rider weight 220. So this would be the one, if I wanted small wheels and all that, I would probably want this one for durability. Okay, so there's something I want to mention with this one I got. Okay, it's a bit rusty. It's obviously, it wasn't taken care of very well. It was just kind of, you can see in the pictures, I cleaned it up, but you could see there's rust. I don't know if the pictures show there's rust, but there's rust. The wheels are kind of rough feeling, and it was probably taken through dirt and left outside and rained on and all that. And my point here is that somehow, even with its tiny wheels, I think the term is glide. It glided a lot more than this one that I had, this adult kick scooter that has the 8-inch wheels. And yeah, so I didn't understand that. And I still don't understand that. And another thing with this one is when I would spin the wheels, it would go for a long time on my little, I think I paid like $38 for this one off of eBay, maybe 35 or so, but the wheels would keep spinning and spinning. So I had this impression that it had really good bearings in it. And I mean, if you look at the, where is it? ABEC 7, it's got like those kind of bearings. Apparently, I don't know if that's what mine had, but they rolled for a long time when I would spin them. This one, the used one I got, they don't do that. I push them, and I'll show you a video. I push them and they come to a quick kind of stop. And yet, somehow, when I'm riding it, it glides and glides and it goes. I thought I was going downhill. It was going for so long. I'm like, what? How does this even work? So can someone explain to me how that works? How does a wheel that is not only smaller, but it rolls less long when you spin it freely, how does that all still make you glide longer? I don't understand. Now, I've only ridden it one time, so it might be that I had the wind behind me, but I noticed it right away. So, like comparing it to the experience I had on my big scooter, and it took like no effort to even push, like kick off, I guess is what you call it when you first start. The first kick you do, it like I barely even pushed and I was moving. So I don't get it. Can someone please explain all this to me? From what I understand, this particular one doesn't have any special bearings. It's just the, normal Razor kids scooters, nothing special. So yeah, I'm just so confused. But yeah, I was looking at a couple other ones because I'm really considering if I do like this one, and if it works for me decently, I might get stuck on some of the cracks and bumps. That's to be expected with these small wheels. But I was thinking maybe this one will change my mind about having a scooter, because this one, I hated it after a little bit. I was like, you know what? I can't even go 10 minutes on this thing, and I'm like exhausted. Like it's not even fun. And this thing was just so effortless. So yeah, I was looking at other ones like the A4. I mean, if there's something about small wheels, like, can you guys tell me, is that good to have small wheels? Are they faster? Do they glide longer? So I was considering this one if I was to buy a brand new one. Otherwise, I was thinking of the A5 Lux. This one I noticed the deck is, they got it really low. Like you can see the angle, like my old one, it started up here and it went across like that. So it was way up here. So you can see it's like quite a bit of a difference there. Let me see if I can bring them up side by side. So here's this one and here's the A5. So you can see how the deck is straight and the deck goes down. That's like my main thing, like low deck. I know some of you were telling me in previous videos when I was on my scooter that low deck is like really important. It makes it a lot easier. Well, I can say from experience, just one time riding, I'm like, yeah, you guys are right. So But yeah, this is another adult scooter, and I was considering this one. I do like the fact that this one weighs like nothing. I mean, I think it weighs 6 pounds or maybe even just under six. And it's so small. And you can see in the picture here that I compared it next to my fan, or I did something like that just to show the scale of it. So I kind of like that idea for like portability. Like I could, you know, scooter up to the grocery store and stick it in the bottom of the cart or something. But I guess you could do that with this one too. I mean, it's not a huge difference. I think the other one comes up to about right here. So there's like that much more of a difference, something like that. I don't know exactly. I saw videos comparing them side by side, and it was something like that. I was looking at this one just trying to find out like what is the difference. Like Razer A5 Prime, there's a Razer Air 5 Lux, then there's Deluxe, and I honestly don't know. I guess there's anti-rattle and stuff like that, which honestly I don't care. I mean, the wheels are still going to be the same. I'm still going to feel the same vibrations, and but yeah, I'm really considering this one. Another one I was considering was the Air 5, what's it? Dirt? No, Air. Air 5. What am I saying? A5 Air. So yeah, I was definitely considering this one, and the only thing that stopped me, like I was really getting set on this one, but come on, come up. Okay, so the thing that stopped me is a lot of people say it's the slowest out of all of them because of the rubber wheels. And I just don't know. I don't want to spend $130 in like, and it feels like my old one in slowness, you know, even though it's easier to kick because of the low deck. This one has the low deck too. With this one, I had no problem with like cracks in the sidewalk and things like that. I mean, I was going over speed bumps with this thing and it wouldn't bottom out no matter what I would do. I would go over like jump down sidewalks, not jump down, but I would, you know, roll down like the cracks, not the cracks. You know what I mean, right? The edge of a sidewalk where it meets the road and, you know, it's like a, you know, yeah, I would do stuff like that all the time, like no problem with it. Whereas something like this or even this, apparently you have to be careful because the low deck, it'll make it bottom out easier. And I think it's a big complaint that people are having, especially with this dirt. I guess it's not a dirt one, it's just a air one. Still learning all this stuff. So yeah, to me, low deck takes priority after what I've been through with my last scooter. I'm like, you know what? I need the low deck as low as possible. I'll figure out how not to like bottom it out. I've seen a video of somebody where he learned to kind of wheelie it up over the cracks and things, or like little dips in the sidewalk or bumps in the sidewalk, and that would make it not bottom out. So I'd be totally fine doing stuff like that. Now, if one day I'm not paying attention and I hit a bump and it bottoms out, then that's, yeah, that could be an issue. But yeah, I'm just gonna close this one out because, yeah, I don't understand the point of it. So my two most likely, I think, are gonna be the A5 Lux or the A5 Air. I'm not sure, but I was also thinking of electric scooters. I think that'd be kind of neat. And I know nothing about these things, so I had some questions. I don't know if any of you can answer. I think some of you have electric scooters that have been watching my videos. If you're bad, I think the main thing for me is if the battery dies, can you kick them? Can you still manually use them? Or is it gonna give you resistance? Like too much resistance? I think that's my main concern because I moved away from motorcycles and gas powered scooters and just vehicles in general because I'm tired of them breaking down on me. Like I'm tired of the battery dying and this and that. It's like one of the main reasons I stopped using those things. So with an electric scooter, an electric bicycle, it's kind of the same problem all over again, right? So that's why it's so important to me that if I was to get something electric, it would be able to still be used manually. Where was the one I was looking at before? Oh, I have it up here. I was considering this one. I'm not a fan of the price at all. Like for 50 minutes of continued, like, come on. But I am a fan of the 18 miles per hour. And I think I've seen somewhere if you do the calculations, 50 minutes of 18 miles per hour is like 15 miles or something, which actually is not that bad at all. But if you're, way out there somewhere and your battery dies, that's what I'm concerned about. Can you still kick it or do you have to walk it home? Like, I don't want to be stuck walking that thing home. I want to ride it home, like even kicking it home. I thought this was kind of funny. You can lock your electric scooter. I don't understand it because it's like, I would just use a bicycle if I was going to lock it up somewhere. To me, the whole point of having the scooter is so I can fold it and bring it in the store with me so I don't have to worry about people stealing my stuff that's outside, especially something that's $3.99? Yeah, just not a fan of the idea of locking stuff outside. So that's why I like the idea of scooters, folding scooters. Anyway, if you guys have any thoughts on any of this, let me know. Please answer the questions I had because that's kind of my biggest hangups. Like with the electric scooter, can you manually use it? Does it give you a lot of resistance? Would it give you the same amount of resistance as something like this? Or is there like actual mechanical resistance because of the little motor thing in the back wheel or front wheel or whatever? And then with this scooter, why is this little thing so much faster than this one, even though the wheels spun longer when I freewheeled them? If I said that right. And this one's all rusty and everything, and yet it still glided a lot longer. So yeah, that was another thing I wanted to know. So if you guys know the answers to that stuff, please let me know, because I think right now I'm deciding between this one, and something like this. This is very less likely because I'm not a fan of the price, but maybe something else less expensive that is similar, if that exists. I don't know. I saw something about this one. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but I've been hearing things about people liking... Okay, I don't even see it here. Well, it looks similarly priced, exact same price, and similar, well, slower, but maybe longer charge. Weighs just 26.9 pounds. Okay, that's another thing. That's not a huge deal though, but that is as heavy as my bicycle, if not more, maybe, or about the same. Yeah, I got some figuring out to do here. I think the electric one is going to be the least likely for me to get. But first things first, I guess still get on this one again and see what I think with the bigger, longer test. I only rid it for like one time, but I was impressed by it. A little kid's scooter, I was more impressed than this one that I used to have. Oh, look, there's a couple more of the same exact thing. Different name brands, of course. Oh, I like this. This is hilarious. One foot stands on the board and the other foot steps on the ground. After the car gets up, the feet that slide, blah, 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 blah. The greater the pedaling force, the higher the frequency, faster the speed. If you want to park, use the pedals to brake and wait for the car to stop. Yeah, I think I'm just going to X out of that one. Oh, here's another one. Yep, the same exact description, just they got airplanes and a heart in front of it. Oh no, they changed it a little bit. The faster the speed. Yeah, they changed it a little bit. Yeah, don't get this one. Don't get the ones that look like this. Just don't.